So listen, it's Omari Anderson here, and I have a very special episode of My Friends in Cannabis. So, a little bit of a backstory, right? So, when we decided, or when it was decided for us, that we were going to go from legacy to legal, we were in a room pitching, right? And it was a very familiar room, although I hadn't met any of these people. But the spirits in the room very much felt like home, right? We had Lauren Linder, we had Brandon Wyatt, we had Jeanette Ward, right? So these people are now friends and family, right? But we also had Jervonne Singletary. I'm sorry. We also had Jervonne in the room, and Jervonne has been an amazing asset to have. I'm not going to even steal her thunder, right? How are you?
I'm doing great. Like, I am in Tampa. We're at the 10th BCB cohort, and just meeting amazing people and feeding off of the energy. So I'm doing awesome.
Thank you, and thank you for all the work that you're doing for the BCB cohort, right? Because I know it's you and your company who champions the BCB cohort, who provides a lot of the funding and makes all this possible. So thank you.
Of course.
It's also your company that sponsors the Best Dirty Lemonade, right? I want that to be clear, right? I am a personal benefactor. Thank you.
Of course. You can say it's important that we do this work, though, right? Because there's so many challenges and hoops you have to jump over to get into this industry. And if we're not doing the work of clearing some of those and giving people those opportunities, then what are we actually here for? Especially as an MSO, right? And I think I applaud the company that I work for recognizing that we had to do this work early and challenging ourselves to do it better and not taking our foot off of our own necks and holding ourselves accountable for how we enter this space.
And you know what? I really appreciate the fact that you guys do the work and you aren't beating your chest about it, right? Like, a lot of times I'm wondering, why don't you tell people about the work? But then, that will come off as disingenuous, right? Like, you're only doing the work to get the press headline, and then once the mess dies down, you push it to the side, right? So I appreciate the commitment that we've seen from you guys. I mean, you've allowed the BCB Mastermind to travel the country. How many cities does it operate in?
Right now, we're really focusing on our core market. So we're in Tampa, Boston, and we're going to try something new this year, so I won't give that away. But we've gone to places like Pittsburgh, Denver, Chicago, really just finding the best of the best in this entrepreneurial space and, again, helping them get the tools that they need. And sometimes it works out to be the perfect layup. Like, you meet somebody like Omari who has a product and we feel like, can we bring that to market? Is there a place for that? Let's test it out. And we wouldn't be able to see those opportunities if we didn't do this program. And be able to see folks like Drew come into Massachusetts and open a dispensary if we didn't do this program. And so this is the important work. This is why I get up every day.
Wow, okay. So since I've known you, you had a couple of title changes. Right, so tell us what your new title is and what that work entails.
So my new title is Senior Director of Government Relations. I work in our 3 core markets, so Massachusetts, Texas, and Florida, running the government relations, social equity, and PR for those markets. And like I said, every day is something different. My head is constantly on a swivel. You go from talking to legislators and regulators to talking to good folks like you in a matter of minutes, and no 2 days are the same. And that's what I really, really love about this work.
Okay. Right. When dealing with black folks, sometimes they will interrupt you, right? But that's part of the feeling, right?
Exactly.
This is what we do. You're also, tell us more about you though, right? You're also a Howard alum.
Howard alum, class of something. I'm not going to date myself, but I got my BA from Howard in political science, and then I went to Pittsburgh and got my master's in public administration, public and nonprofit management. I came back to my hometown of Brooklyn, New York, and I worked in state politics for a number of years as chief of staff to a state elected official. Then I hopped over into lobbying for a couple of years, and then I ended up at EDC doing legislative affairs for a city agency.
You like that?
I love legislative affairs. I love to write laws. One is technical way that I'm in the background, that's why I thrive. But words matter, right? And so what you're able to put in a bill and hide in the application, that's what dark arts that I really like. Can I put a beneficial definition in a reference bill, but then link it to the consumer price index so that it's directly then go up, so that people's wages go up. And so how creative can I get with my words and my policy ideas and push that through a system that doesn't want to see me succeed? That's fantastic.
Yo, that gets me excited as well. So I was also a political science major at Morehouse.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, political science. But I had aspirations of going to law school. So that's where my outward linkage stems in the way. Yeah. Did you ever have a to go to law school?
I did. At Howard, I was like, that was it, right? I'm going to college. Like, what else do you do besides? But then I messed around senior year. I was like, oh shoot, it's LSAT time. I'm not ready. So I was like, all right, plan B. I didn't really want to go. I didn't want to get a real job. I'll go to grad school. I went to grad school in Pittsburgh. I met somebody, got pregnant, and had to finish my master's pregnant. So that was an interesting thing. And at some point, I was like, I'm gonna go back to law school.
So listen, I appreciate you, right? I know there's times where you pick up the phone and I'm irate and you've been so gracious and allowing time like to be talk. I appreciate you. Listen, listen for having to eliminate the first time you had it and allowing us to figure out a way to bring it to market. Thank you so much.
Oh, you were so dope. Like every day.